Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the final game of the Cardinal Classic for the Michigan Wolverines. We're about to get underway. The Illinois defense on the field first. Michigan, the away team in this one, they'll hit first. For Michigan, a familiar batting order. Sealer, Langford, Erickson, Thole, Valamont, Conway, Stevenson, Hain, and McVeigh. Some defensive changes. We'll talk about that when it comes. Sealer digs in now. First pitch to her at 12:28 is a ball away from the southpaw, Tori McQueen, who's had quite a career for the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, she's quickly established herself as the ace. She pitched a 9-inning complete.
That is cranked to right field by Sealer off the bottom of the wall. Sealer's going to round second. She's going to head to third, and she's in easily, no throw.
Wow.
Sorry to interrupt you there, TJ. That ball just got hit in a hurry to right field by Ellie Sealer to lead this one off for Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, just great offensive start for the Michigan Wolverines, and that's what we've seen today. The Michigan Wolverine offense has sort of come alive today.
You're talking about McQueen before Ellie Sealer interrupted you with that well-hit ball.
But, I mean, anyway, I was just going to say she's quickly established herself as the Illini ace, pitched a 9-inning complete game shutout against St. Thomas of Minnesota.
Langford lays down a bunt, and she beats it out for a base hit. Now sneaking home is Sealer as the throwing off the first baseman Donahue's glove, and Sealer scores. So Michigan on its first two hitters get a triple, and then a bunt knocks home Sealer. And the Wolverines with an early 1-0 lead in this one.
I mean, quick start. And this is always the question with the Michigan offense is when are they going to come alive? When are the bats going to heat up? And it's right away. Quick start for the Wolverines.
So McQueen, the Illini ace, will briefly take a chat with her infield. And that'll give me a chance to run around the Illinois defense from left to right in your infield. It's Addison Carroll at third, Megan Ward at short, Sydney Mallett at second, Eileen Donahue at first. Behind the dish, Paige Burkmeyer. Outfield left to right is Stevie Need. In center, Serena Starks. In right field, Kelly Riono. McQueen in the circle, the lefty, enters this game with a 2.05 ERA. Hands over the head, rocks her first pitch to Maddie Erickson is outside. The catcher, Burkmeyer, gave a look down to Indiana Langford, who popped off the bag after the pitch was released. Here's the 1-0 to Erickson. Erickson pops it up, foul territory off the top of the netting. 1-1.
And we've also seen Maddie Erickson get off to a quick start this season, despite spinning her wheels in Tampa. But she's been the best offensive player for this Wolverine team. And as we saw, a frozen rope to left center field in the last game for a home run.
That one in there for a strike, 1-2 to Maddie Erickson. And Erickson hit that homer and had a 3-for-3 day this morning to continue what has been a stellar start to her sophomore season. Langford aboard at first, nobody out, 1-2 count, one run already across for Sealer. She tripled, then scored. Here's the 1-2. Erickson on the ground, played at second by Mallett, tossed to short, who covered second, got Langford, not in time to turn it to get Erickson at first, so Illinois chops down the speedy lead runner in Indiana Langford as Maddie Erickson reaches on the fielder's choice.
That's a big out for the Illini to get the speedy Indiana Langford out. She would have been in scoring position.
So 1-0 Michigan, one out. Erickson aboard at first base. And now Kiki Thole, the senior, digs in. First pitch to her. Misses low and away. Our umpires in this one, Jeffrey Blanken behind the dish calling balls and strikes. Rusty West at first base. Stan Cook at third. We saw this crew in second game yesterday. Stan Cook was behind the dish for balls and strikes. Not today, it's Blanken. Here's the 1-0. That one low and away to Kiki Thole. So an early start for Michigan, getting ahead quickly with that Sealer triple and then scored on a bunt from Langford. Here's the 2-0 to Kiki Thole. That one right over the heart of the plate, taken for strike number 1, 2-1. And just like in the game this morning, the Wolverines take the lead first as opposed to playing from behind as they did in both games yesterday.
And that's how they're supposed to win. They're more comfortable when they're ahead early, as evident earlier today.
Thole swings and misses at one over the plate. 2-2 is the count. The Wolverines already have one across off a really good pitcher in McQueen. 2.05 ERA and 65 innings pitched already this season. Some really good seasons behind her as well. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Thole. Swing and a miss. Kiki Thole goes down swinging. That's a big strikeout there for Tori McQueen.
You don't see that very often from Kiki Thole. The very patient, calculated hitter at the dish.
And now it's Valamont who will dig in. Valamont at first base earlier. She's at catcher in this one. Her and Thole swap positions. First pitch to her over the heart of the plate for a strike number 1. So Tori McQueen, the senior from Mooresville, Indiana, in the circle. Last year at a 3.11 ERA over nearly 70 innings of work. The year before she had a 3.1 over 110 innings. Pitch there misses outside, 1-1. So this is a really good arm for Tyra Perry and company for the Illinois Fighting Illini squad. Infield straight on, outfield straight on. 2 outs, runner on first to Valamont. That's hitting the center field. Going back is Starks.
Wow.
And she makes the catch over her shoulder. Nicely done by the Princeton transfer, Serena Starks. But the Wolverines plate 1 to open up this game. Sealer tripled, Langford bunted. And Sealer was able to make it home after the throw down to first base to try to get Langford. 1-0 Michigan. Here comes the bottom of the first, and with it, the starter for Michigan in this one, Erin Hain in the circle. Eva Costales out there to warm her up behind the dish as she awaits for Valamont, who just hit to go get her catcher's gear on. So a little bit of a different Wolverine defense than this morning, even though the lineup is identical. Hain obviously from designated player to pitcher. Maddie Erickson goes from third base to designated player. Taking her spot at third is Riley Carcaboro, who's not in the lineup. She's the defensive player in this one. And then Valamont and Thole swap spots. Valamont goes to catcher. Kiki Thole goes to the cold corner at first base. Same duo up the middle, and same trio in the outfield.
I do like the change to the battery. It seems like whoever's on the mound, they make the respective change at catcher. The Dirk and Thole battery connection seems to be clicking, and the Valamont-Hain battery clicks as well. So it's just that chemistry that's so pivotal for this pitching staff.
And also, catcher, it's hard to catch 14 innings in one day.
Right.
It's a rough gig, and you get to move Thole and Valamont, split the duty between the two of them. So for the Illinois Fighting Illini, it'll be Kelly Riono leading off, followed by Stevie Need and then Abby Reiniak, who's the designated player. Riono, as good as it gets in the Big Ten, she'll lead it off. Enters this one hitting .354. Had a phenomenal career for Illinois. First pitch to her is flown into shallow right. Coming in and making the play will be Stevenson. 1 pitch, 1 out to open the game, and it's a good one. Riono's a tough out, and Hain dispatched her with 1 pitch.
Yeah, that's a great confidence builder for Hain after a disappointing start yesterday against Louisville. That's a big out, who's a big power bat for the Illini.
Now it's Stevie Need, the left fielder. First pitch to her misses away from Erin Hain. Need, a junior from Kansas. Had a really nice year a year ago, hit 290, over 290, some pop in her bat. Here's the 1-0 from Hain. Misses up and away for a ball, 2-0.
She's also a great contact hitter, 15 multi-hit games, and makes damage with those hits as well, with 17 extra base hits last season, 11 doubles, and 3 triples.
2-0 pitch. Misses for a ball. Hain falls behind Meade, 3-0. Stevie Mead, the Illinois jersey, white tops, orange pants. She's got orange sleeves underneath as well. Here's the 3-0 from Hain. Upstairs, 4-pitch walk worked by Stevie Mead. And that'll bring up the 3-hitter, the designated player, digging into the left-handed batter's box, Abby Reiniak. First pitch to her in the zone. It's another good bat for Illinois. Only hit .232 a year ago, and that's up to .375 entering this one. She's in the left-handed batter's box as tight as she can be on home plate. 0-1 pitch in for a strike as well, but she's as tight as she can be to home plate and as far back in the left-handed batter's box as she can be. 3 doubles this season, 0 career homers for her. Here's the 0-2, fouls it off to the left side.
And the top of this Illini lineup is as potent as it gets. As far as average, the top, 6 of this order hit above or close to 300.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Popped up foul. Going to be in play for Karkaborough coming over from third. She makes the catch. 2 down here. And Paige Berkmeyer, the Illinois catcher, will look to keep the Illini alive in the bottom of the first. And for this Illini order, the only player hitting below 290 that started today is the 9-hitter Serena Starks, who hit nearly 400 as the Ivy League Player of the Year last year at Princeton. Here's the first pitch to Berkmeyer. Blooper in the air. Hain makes the catch. 4 up, 3 down. Just a walk for Mead on 4 pitches mixed in there. A shutout first inning for Erin Hain.
It's a great start from Erin Hain to rebound off yesterday. Shutting down the top of this lineup that's very potent. On paper. Great start. And this is exactly how Michigan needs to start games and get out to an early lead. It gives your pitching staff, who have already proven to be very, very good this season, gives them more room, gives them more comfort, as the game progresses, as you go down the stretch in these games.
So that'll queue up for Michigan. 6, 7, 8, 3 freshmen in a row once again. Conway, Stevenson, and the pitcher Hain will look to offer herself some run support. Conway has been red hot as of late. She had the 2 homers late against Louisville yesterday in the blowout loss. Followed that up with an RBI double this morning. I believe it was a walk and a hit by pitch to follow.
Yep. Yeah, I mean she's really coming to her own as a freshman. Both Hain and Conway have proven to be pivotal parts of this team. As soon as they came onto campus. Conway's the big power bat. She leads in home runs and RBIs as of now. And those 2 home runs yesterday, we're really impressed to see that moonshot second home run to right center field. That's the hardest hit ball I've ever seen.
Conway is also tied for the team lead in walks with 12. Also leaves them in strikeouts, but the power, speed, walk-up combo enough to offset that. Clearly a valuable player for Michigan. Here's the first pitch to her. Takes it for a ball away from Tori McQueen. McQueen left foot toward the first base side of the rubber, right foot back. Checks her wristband. Now sets. Hands go up over the head. Rocks in, delivers the 1-0. Misses up and away. Conway checked the swing, 2-0. Infield and outfield straight on against the freshman center fielder, Janisa Conway. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Conway looks down to Bonnie Thole for the sign. 2-1 count. Conway set up deep in the left-handed batter's box. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Squares around a bunt, lays it down. It's foul. back behind home plate. 2-2. Conway bat on the shoulder, hands around shoulder level. Hands and bat come up when McQueen will come set. Now she does. Conway follows suit. Here's the 2-2 pitch. On the ground, foul on the third base side. Came off the end of the bat, was spinning away from the line. So we'll do it over 2-2. Top of the second, Michigan leading it 1-0 after plating a run in the first inning. Sealer led the game off with a triple. Came home on a Indy Langford bunt a moment later. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Conway. That one misses low and away. Fills up the count at 3-2.
Stone cold take by Conway, and that's what we've seen this whole tournament. Just patience from up and down this lineup. Just multiple stone cold takes to force full counts or hitters counts.
Here's the full count pitch from McQueen. High fly to left center field. Going back is Starks. She'll leap at the wall. Won't make the catches off the wall. Conway will turn to third. Meade, the left fielder, comes to get the ball. Throws it in, but Janisa Conway with a triple to get Michigan started in the top of the second inning.
Just have yourself a whole tournament for Janisa Conway. You know, 2 home runs against Louisville, a triple in this game, a really good game earlier today. Man, she's really proven herself to be a pivotal part of this team and that consistent power bat.
Starks almost made what would have been an excellent leaping play there at the wall. But instead, Conway aboard at third, and now Stevenson will look to knock her in. Here's the first pitch to Stevenson. In there on the outside part of the plate from Tori McQueen for a strike. Ella Stevenson, we've talked about it a couple of times, has struggled thus far in her freshman campaign, hitting 156, but there's a lot of pop in this bat. A lot of reason to be optimistic about Stevenson turning this freshman campaign around. She takes that one for a ball, 1-1. Glides the bat up over the shoulder. High hands, head high. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Takes it low. Close pitch for a ball, 2-1. Conway at third after the triple led off the inning. Stevenson in a 2-1 count against the Illinois lefty Tori McQueen. 2-1. Fly to center. This should be caught by Starks. Conway will tag. Throw will be let go to home, but Conway in easily. Ella Stevenson did her job. Knocked the ball with enough pop to the outfield, and Conway comes home on the sac fly. An RBI for Stevenson and a 2-0 Michigan lead.
And that's all you need to do if you're Ella Stevenson. Just find a way to drive in that run. And that's exactly what you did with that sac fly.
And now it's Aaron Hain, the starting pitcher in this one for Michigan. Nobody aboard after Conway came home. Here's the first pitch to Hain. That one low and away for ball number 1.
And Aaron Hain, just a great two-way player. We've seen her excellence on the mound this season. In addition to her pop with a RBI double earlier today.
1-0 count. Here's the pitch to Hain. That one in there for a strike, 1-1. Illinois infield standard depth. Just have to get the force in Hain with 1 out, nobody aboard. That one in the strike zone on an off-speed pitch from Tori McQueen. 1-2. To Aaron Hain, the Poseyville, Indiana native. Hands above the head. Here's the 1-2 from McQueen. Swing and a miss. Hain cut it one upstairs and missed it. And that'll bring up Ella McVeigh with 2 down. So Michigan plated a run in the top of the first with a triple and then a bunt knocked it in. They plate one in this with a triple and then a sac fly. And it's 2-0 Wolverines. 2 bouts, nobody on for McVeigh. Flies one to left field. Meade is underneath it easily, and she'll make the catch. So the Wolverines have 4 up, 3 down in that inning. It just happened to be the case that the leadoff hitter, Conway, hit a triple and got knocked in on the sac fly. So Michigan leads at 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, and you're seeing steady improvement from this offense throughout this whole tournament, throughout this whole season of getting the offense going at at an earlier point of time. We saw in South Dakota, while the bats came alive in the bottom of the seventh, but it just took them a while to get it. They just did not make that win easy for themselves, and they're certainly making it easier with getting out to an early lead here in the bottom of the second.
2-0 Michigan. Aaron Hain back in the circle for the second frame. Hain was having a really good freshman season, still is in the circle. Got beat up a little bit by Louisville yesterday. ERA still sitting under 3 at 2.98. But if I recall, it was under 2 until the Louisville Bats were able to deal some damage to Michigan yesterday.
2-3 before the tournament.
So the 2-3 up to a 2.98. But Hain has still been excellent throughout her freshman season. It is an arm that Michigan will continue to rely on. This three-headed monster of Derkowski, Hain, and Jessica LeBeau, the big strength of this Michigan team this season. To briefly comment on LeBeau, she threw 5 pitches in relief yesterday. All were balls and then got pulled. Not sure if she looked completely herself. First pitch of this inning is ripped foul by Carroll, but hopefully Jessica LeBeau is back to herself and can be an impact player for Michigan the rest of the season. For now, it's Hain in this one. Addison Carroll at the plate. Behind her to follow is Megan Ward and Sydney Mallett. Hain checks the wristband, right foot on the rubber. Rocks, here's the 0-1 pitch. Way inside, 1-1.
And Carl has quickly become a pivotal part of this lineup as a freshman, hitting over 304, 17 hits, or 348.
Here's the 1-1 on the ground, right at Langford. Took a weird hop, but Langford played it nicely. Easy toss over to Kiki Thole. And one out here in the bottom of the second. And now Megan Ward will dig into the left-handed batter's box. She's all the way up at the front of that box. Her right foot inching toward the chalk closer to Aaron Hain. Hain requests time to get the signal from the dugout. Checks the wristband. Now she's back on the rubber. Right foot on the rubber, left foot back. Here's the first pitch. Slicing foul on the third base side, out of play. Ball retrieved from out there in left field, and Hain will go back to work. 0-1 pitch. Ward squared around a bunt, pulled it back. Hain missed up and away. Conway, the center fielder, shading a bit toward left center against Ward. And Ward, again, is still way up in that right-handed batter's box, closest to Hain as she can be. Here's the pitch to her, slicing to left field. Sealer on a slide. Got her glove on it, but couldn't corral it. So that's a base hit for Ward. Ellie Sealer almost made a really nice sliding catch, but just couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah, we've seen her ability to field, just her excellent fielding ability. She's just such a very versatile player. We've seen it in Tampa, and we could have seen a great play there, but just short.
It's the first pitch to Mallett, squared around a bunt, pulled it back. Ward aboard at first base. 2 stolen bases to her name this season. Here's the pitch. That one misses. 2-0 now to Sydney Mallett, the sophomore from Liberty, Maryland.
And she had a great freshman season.
Liberty, Missouri, excuse me.
Yeah. She had a great freshman season, 271 average, 35 hits, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs. So she's quickly made an impact since she arrived to Urbana-Champaign.
2-0 pitch in the zone for Aaron Hain. 2-1 count now. Ward aboard at first base, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Michigan leads it 2-0. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Haynes. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Valamont fires down. Throw was a little bit left of the bag. And a stolen base picked up there by Megan Ward. And she's aboard to second. Counts now 2-2 with one out here. Donahue due to follow. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Erin Hain picks up her first strikeout of the day on a swinging strike from Sydney Mallett. And that'll bring up Eileen Donahue. So Eileen Donahue will dig in. Freshman from Chicago, Illinois. Runner on second. Here's the pitch to her upstairs. Ward with some speed on second. Donahue, the freshman, hitting .314 to begin her college career. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Went chasing it one low and away. Nice spot there from Erin Hain.
Erin Hain's been great with that off speed today, keeping hitters off balance. I mean, she's been learning from Dirk. Dirk's old reliable from her off speed.
Hain picked up the rosin bag, drops it now, grips the ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch upstairs, 2-1. Infield and outfield straight on. Infield playing standard depth, just needs the force out to clear the inning. 2-1 pitch on the ground. Backhand by Langford. Throw on to first is on the money. Thole fired it home. They would have gotten the turning runner Ward if only that wasn't the third out at first base. Had already ended the inning. So Hain strands a runner and keeps this ball game at 2-0 Michigan as we head to the top of the third inning.
And the excellent thing that we've seen from the Michigan pitching staff is their ability to get out of those jams. You had a runner in scoring position in Megan Ward who had some speed on the base pass, and both Dirk and Hain have had the excellent ability to get out of those jams and keep the game in status quo.
2-0 Michigan. They look to extend that lead. Played one run in the first inning. Sealer tripled and then was knocked in by a Langford bunt. In the next inning, Conway tripled and scored on an Ella Stevenson sac fly. So the three baggers leading the way for Michigan in this one. If you're just joining us, I'm Alex Miller. Alongside me, TJ Fossmeyer. Pleasure to be here in Louisville, Kentucky for the Cardinal Classic for WCBN Sports. This is the fourth of 4 games this weekend. Michigan went 1-1 yesterday, beat Dartmouth this morning, and they look to go 3-1 with a win over the Illinois Fighting Illini. Illinois, of course, a Big Ten team and Big Ten opponent. This won't count for either team's Big Ten record on the season, but it is a nice sort of preview into what we can see going forward. These two teams do not face each other elsewhere in the regular season, though, so this is all the Michigan Wolverine Bats will see of Tori McQueen and the rest of this Illini team, barring a matchup in the postseason. Sealer leads off the inning as she led off the game. First pitch to her is low for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Sealer. That's blooped into the second baseman Mallett's glove. Had to go back about 2 steps toward the second base bag. An easy play to retire Sealer. And now Indiana Langford, who bunted for a base hit. It scored Sealer after they fired down to first, and it popped out of the first baseman Donahue's gloves. Langford, with her speed, had beaten it out anyways.
Yeah.
Here's the first pitch to her. She squared around a bunt, pulled it back, pitches in the zone anyways. For strike number 1 on Indiana Langford, the California native, a sophomore. Had a massively impactful freshman season in the Maize and Blue last year. Hit .329. Here's the 0-1 pitch to her. That one caught the outside part of the plate. Langford afterward didn't seem to love it. And now she'll look to battle back 0-2. Not a ton of swing and miss in this bat. Does a really nice job keeping the bat over the plate, knocking balls foul, and staying alive. We'll see what she can do here. 0-2 against the Illini lefty Tori McQueen. She knocks it foul on the ground to third. Throw from Carl in time to get her. Addison Carl was playing way in, and that was one of the few plays where Indy Langford was retired at first by maybe 2 steps or so.
Yep. I mean, it's still fun to watch her just sprint down the base pass. I mean, she makes it look so easy.
And she gets out of the batter's box so quickly.
Yeah, she gets out so quick.
So now it's Erickson, 2 outs, nobody aboard. First pitch to her skips in low. McQueen checks the wristband. Left foot on the rubber. Here's the 1-0 from the southpaw. Ripped back up the middle on a line by Maddie Erickson. Man, when she makes contact, the ball just rockets in whatever direction.
I mean, that was a bullet. That's the second time we've seen that exact play from Erickson, where she just rifles one straight back up the middle for an easy single.
So Erickson continues to have an excellent, excellent start to this season. She's aboard at first as the Wolverines look to start a 2-out rally. Kiki Thole, first pitch to her, fouls back into the netting. Thole struck out her first time up. We'll look for a better result here off of Tori McQueen. 2 outs, top of the third, 2-0 Michigan. Runner aboard at first is Erickson after she just ripped a single back up the middle. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Kiki Thole. That one away for a ball, 1-1. Outfield offering a lot of respect to Kiki Thole. They're all playing pretty far back. Once again, I've said it a lot during this tournament, a lot of room in the left center and right center field alleys. Here's the 1-1 to Thole. That is hit hard to center. Coming on the charge is Starks. She makes a nice play, falling to her knees to haul that one in. So the top of the Wolverine order goes 4 up, 3 down. The Maddie Erickson single mixed in there, but no runs come across. Still 2-0 Michigan as we head to the bottom of the third inning. We got our first broadcast cam action of the day. I'm Alex Miller, alongside me TJ Fossmeyer. It's been a pleasure. This is the second time TJ and I have road tripped with softball. Well, technically last time we cheated. It wasn't a road trip. We flew to Tampa, Florida. This time we made the drive, and we'll make the drive back to Ann Arbor after the conclusion of this ball game. But it's been fun back on the road with Michigan softball.
No, this is such a fun team to cover in these early season tournaments. It's great environments, both USF and Louisville. It's been a gorgeous day out today. We've seen some great moments from this team, you and I, Colin.
Yes, we have. And there's that epic Florida win in Tampa, and a really fun win yesterday on a walk-off over South Dakota.
Yep.
A clean win this morning was fun. Some power hits over the last couple of days. A couple homers from Conway, a homer from Erickson, some big-time doubles from a couple of players. And
I know you said you wanted to see some home runs this weekend. We have. We certainly have.
The bats have started popping a little bit for Michigan. And after this trip, Michigan softball will go home. The home opener Wednesday in Ann Arbor. WCBN will have a crew. We're intending to cover everything Michigan softball does from here on out, except perhaps the Penn State road trip. I'm going to go to Bloomington, and we're sending a crew to Evanston for that road trip. So WCBN Sports can be your home for Michigan softball this season. So we'll get back underway here in the third. First pitch from Hain is a ball inside to Serena Starks, the lefty, a grad student from Princeton. She was the Ivy League Player of the Year last year. Hit .397, 14 stolen bases for the slap-hitting center fielder.
This is such a big ad for the Illini team.
She slaps that one deep to left. That's over the head of Sealer into the corner. Starks around to second. She's in there easily. Throw comes into McVeigh. Serena Starks with a leadoff double for the Illini. If we'd had a little more time to talk about it, I was going to say Starks has struggled since donning the Illini colors, only hitting .258 entering this one, but a really nice piece of hitting there.
But from her Ivy League playing days at Princeton, you know what she's capable of, and this is such a huge ad for the Illini squad.
So now it's Kelly Riona, the leadoff hitter. First pitch to her, she lays down a bunt. It's back to Hain. She'll go to first. Langford covered the bag as first baseman Thole came charging. So Riona sack bunt to move Starks into scoring position. Now with 1 out, a sack fly can score Serena Starks. But in a way, it's not a bad thing for Erin Hain because Kelly Riono, the toughest hitter in the Illini order, gets herself out. Here's the first pitch to Stevie Mead, misses inside. Riono, cream of the crop of the Big Ten. It's all Big Ten second team a year ago, hit .352 big-time pop. She bunts, so now it's Mead with 1 out run on third. High fly to center, to shallow center. Conway comes on, makes the catch. Runner's going to go. Throw to the plate is enough to threaten and hold Starks as she retreated. That was short. That would have been.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think Starks started down to force Conway to fire it in, and if Conway missed, Starks would be able to sneak up. And Conway's throw on a line a little bit low, but a nice job done by Valamont behind the dish to stop it, and Starks forced to retreat to third. So now 2 outs, and it's Abby Reiniak who has to drive in this run if the Illini want to get one here. First pitch to her, misses low and away. So Starks with some speed at third, but a force out ends this inning. Michigan defense playing well back because of it. Here's the 1-0. Popped up to left. Sealer on the charge. She's going to get there with a slide. Nicely done by Ellie Sealer. And Erin Hain strands a runner at third. Keeps this game where it is at 2-0 Michigan as we turn it over to the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, and she's gotten herself out of some pretty big jams in this game, and that was a great play from Sealer, who just continues to show her versatility. And that was a makeup play on the just missed diving play in the last frame. I mean, just great defense, great pitching. I mean, Michigan's off to a great start.
And the Michigan offense will look to go back to work. It's a part of the order that's done a really nice job in this one. Valamont, the redshirt freshman. Conway, the freshman. Stevenson, the freshman. Janisa Conway's been on a burner as of late. And Lily Valamont has been really good as of late. Valamont started the season 0 for 11. Then she was 1 for 16. Picked up her second hit not too long ago, but then went hitless in 2 games. It was at 2 for 22. Season average is up to 232. She's really picked it up since then. And some pop in this bat. 2 homers to her name. 2 doubles as well. She'll lead it off against the southpaw Tori McQueen for Illinois.
Yeah, she's really coming to her own after a season-long injury last season that put a damper on her freshman year, but as a redshirt, she's really coming to her own.
Valamont digs into the right-handed box. Here's the first pitch to her. Takes it for a strike on the outside part of the plate from Tori McQueen. And Valamont, some defensive versatility, can play first base, can play behind the dish as the catcher as she is in this one. McQueen checks the wristband, seemed to need to shade the sun to see it. Now delivers the 0-1. Valamont ripped it, was out in front though, but a well-struck ball foul on the third base side. Toward her head coach Bonnie Thole in the third base box. So now Valamont behind 0-2 to lead off the top of the 4th inning with the 2-0 Michigan lead in her pocket. Here's the 0-2 to her. Just misses outside. It's a good pitch, though, for McQueen ahead 0-2. Outfield, infield, straight on Valamont. McQueen hands over the head. Here's the 1-2. Valamont right back to her. Hit her in the ankle. She's down. Valamont going to make it to first. And Tori McQueen is clearly in pain. That one took her right in the bone of the outside part of her ankle. And that can't feel good for the Illini ace. Trainers come to check on her, as is her head coach, Tyra Perry. And we hope the best for Tori McQueen. Valamont just hit it right back where it came from, and McQueen didn't have much of a chance to hop out of the way.
Yeah, you never want to see it. Just such an unfortunate situation.
become very quiet here at Ulmer Stadium. McQueen still down in the circle. Our catcher Burkmeyer is in there as well with the trainer and coach keeping an eye. The infield is gathered behind at second base. The outfield together in center. McQueen has sat up now. Two to nothing Michigan, top of the fourth. Lily Valamont ripped one back to the pitcher, Tori McQueen, and it took her in the ankle. She's up now, walking pretty smoothly, actually, and hopefully she'll be able to continue to go. You just know that can't feel good. There's no padding on the outside part of your ankle there, and we'll see if McQueen is able to keep going for Illinois. Her catcher Burkmeyer going to trot back behind the dish. Maybe she'll get a chance to practice. I believe it was the left foot, the left ankle for McQueen. Hand on her shoulder from her head coach Tyra Perry. And McQueen will dust herself off and I think fire a practice pitch here, see how she is feeling. Applause from the crowd. McQueen will put that left foot on the rubber rock and deliver a practice pitch. So maybe it was the right foot. I'm not sure the left foot would have gotten to that side of her body. It's the right foot that sweeps behind from the southpaw pitcher. She's going to practice another one. Valamont aboard at first on that single, and due up behind her are Conway and Stevenson. So it looks like McQueen is going to tough this one out and stay in the ball game for Illinois. Michigan's tagged her for 2 runs early, 1 run in the first off a Sealer triple that came home on a bunt a moment later from Langford. They scored in the second on a Conway triple that came home briefly after on a sac fly from Stevenson. But make no mistake, this is an excellent pitcher in Tori McQueen, who her career in the Fighting Illini has been excellent. She entered this game with a 2.05 ERA, and last year was a 3.11 over nearly 70 frames. The year before it was a 3.10 over 110 frames. This is an excellent Big Ten lefty. And she's going to go back to work against Michigan as the Wolverines look to stretch this lead out with Janisa Conway in her red-hot bat, getting another opportunity in the left-hander batter's box for the maize and blue. Michigan in their all-blue uniforms today. Blue pants, a maize stripe running down the side. Blue shirt, maize numbers. Valamont aboard at first. McQueen checks the wristband. Kudos to her for sticking with it. Here's her first pitch to Conway, and it's in there inside part of the plate, taken for strike number 1. Conway will tap the bat on the plate now. Rest the bat on the shoulder. Rotate the hips to settle in here. McQueen checks the wristband. She sets. Hands over the head. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Misses outside.
Yeah, and Tori McQueen still looks comfortable up there, despite the unpleasant injury. And she's still pitching really good.
1-1 count. Infield, outfield, straight up on Valamont. Runner on first, nobody out. Conway in the batter's box. Here's the 1-1 pitch to her. Fouled back off the netting. Big cut from Janisa Conway. And Conway has been on fire. 2 homers against Louisville yesterday. Big knock in the first game today. And a big knock, a triple today in this one. This one slicing foul. Can't get to it is Carl, the third baseman. Carl was trying to track it but couldn't get there. 1-2 count for Janisa Conway, the freshman center fielder. Taps the plate twice, twirls the bat up. 1-2 count, runner on first is Lily Valamont. Here's the 1-2 from McQueen, fouled off by Conway.
Man, Conway is taking some big cuts in this. I mean, she knows she's red hot. She's been the player of this tournament for the Wolverines, so why not? Why not swing for the fences?
Here's the 1-2 from McQueen. It's popped. This one, Carl will get to the third baseman a couple steps into foul territory to the left of her third base bag, makes the grab to retire Conway. So now with one out, it'll be Ella Stevenson. Had the sac fly that knocked in Conway her previous time up. Conway slides the end of her bat across the dirt in front of home plate. Now it's above the shoulder as she awaits the pitch from Tori McQueen. Runner on first is Valamont, one out. First pitch taken for a strike outside part of the plate. Tori McQueen sets, left foot on the rubber. Here's the 0-1. Taken for a strike. That one low and away for a ball, 1-1. That wasn't, I was even guessing. That was a Freudian slip. I knew that. I just meant to say ball, and I heard it, and I was like, wait, I didn't say ball. 1-1 count, one out, runner on first. Here's the pitch to Stevenson. That's a high fly to center. Starks is underneath it. She's got it. So too much air under that one for Ella Stevenson. She's retired. And now with two outs, the Wolverine hopes for this inning lie on fellow freshman Aaron Hain. The PA guy said, now batting the shortstop. He was up a batter. McVeigh's in the on-deck circle. Here's the first pitch to Hain. In there for a strike. But, hey, I can't knock him. I just messed up ball strike, so what can you do?
Well, we're in the fourth inning of our fourth game. So
here's the 0-1 to Hain. That's hitting the shallow center. Starks will move over toward right center, make the catch, and Aaron Hain is retired. So Valamont singled, and after that, Tori McQueen, after taking one in the ankle, toughed it out and retired 3 straight Wolverines.
Yeah, she showed great grit there in retiring the side after that unpleasant injury.
And that'll put us in the bottom of the fourth inning. Wolverines 2-0. And this is the final game of this Cardinal Classic for Michigan. And they look to take down the Illini and pick up a win here.
Yeah, and they've won these games in very, very different ways. Or these games have resulted in very different ways. The walk-off against South Dakota, a blowout loss to Louisville, a quality win against Dartmouth, and you're on track for that in this game. So we've just seen steady improvement as far as the offense goes throughout this tournament for the Wolverines.
If you're just joining us, to run you around the horn for Michigan again, Karkaburow's at third. She's not batting in this one, but defensively she's at third base. Across from her at first is Kiki Thole. The middle infield duo, McVeigh at short, Langford at second. Aaron Hain in the circle. Valamont behind the dish. Your outfield, the usual suspects from left to right, Sealer, Conway, and Stevenson. It's 4-5-6. Hard to this order for Illinois. First pitch to the catcher, Paige Burkmeyer, misses high for ball one. Burkmeyer, the junior from Wadsworth, Ohio, takes that one for a strike. Off-speed pitch in there from Aaron Hain. Burkmeyer last year struggled to the tune of a 177 average. The year before, she was a Big Ten freshman team member. It hit 286. This year, she's knocking that out of the water, hitting 379. Takes that pitch for ball two. 2-1 count to Burkmeyer. She'll be followed by Carl and Ward. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Burkmeyer. Fouled off the netting behind home plate. Snagged on a bare hand by the hitter in the on-deck circle, Addison Carl. Burkmeyer will dig back into the right-handed batter's box. 2-2 count. Aaron Hain drops the rosin bag, checks the wristband, right foot on the rubber, left foot back, rocks 2-2, pitch on the ground. Backhand by Karkaborough. Throw to first is in time. Nicely done by the senior Riley Karkaborough at the hot corner.
Yeah, just a great play. She kind of had to, it was a weird angle in her glove to rope that one in and fired it off to Thole at first. A great defensive play from Karkaborough.
Addison Carl, first pitch to her is grounded straight at Ellen McVeigh. McVeigh charges, should be an easy play, and it is. Throws right on the money. Back-to-back ground ball outs to begin this frame for Aaron Hain. 2-0 Michigan, bottom of the fourth inning with 2 down.
That's an efficient start for Hain, and she's looked a lot better in this game than yesterday against Louisville. That's all you can ask for, steady improvement from the freshman.
Now it's Megan Ward. First pitch to her is on the ground to Langford, easy play. So all 3 infielders that aren't playing first base get a ground ball and execute the put out to the first baseman, Kiki Thole, to retire the Illinois side. And we'll head to the top of the 5th. 2-0 Michigan. This game is flying by.
Yeah. I was going to say, I mean, other than the first 2 innings where you saw some Michigan production through the triples, I mean, it's been a pitcher's duel between McQueen and Hain here.
McQueen back in the circles, just moving the dirt around to get comfortable with her territory, and Michigan will send up 9-1-2. 3 good contact hitters in a row and 3 lefties in a row, and Ella McVeigh, Ellie Sealer, and Indy Langford. Hain chatting with her coaching staff, has not entered the dugout yet. Coaches Canfield, Chittister, and Thole were chatting with the freshman Aaron Hain. The Wolverine offense, 5 for 16 in this one. The runs were caused by triples to lead off the first inning, the second inning, and then those runs came across.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I saw 2 triples in a game. That's pretty rare.
So it'll be McVeigh, followed by the top of the order, Sealer and Langford. Ella McVeigh will dig in. The third baseman, Carl, playing in tight against McVeigh. The possibility of a bunt or slap hit attempt from McVeigh. She shows bunt, pulls it back as the pitch comes, then put it back down, and then pulled it back again and let the ball pitch go by for a ball. So 1-0 now to Ella McVeigh. Squares up now, pulls back and lets the pitch go by for ball number 2. A light breeze here in Ulmer Stadium in Louisville, Kentucky. Flags barely moving a little bit out to right field right now, but really not a ton of breeze at all. Here's the 2-0 to McVeigh. Takes that one for a strike. It's a lovely day for some softball here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah. Just gorgeous days these last 2 days. The University of Louisville have been great hosts. It's a phenomenal event.
2-1. Here's the pitch to McVeigh. Slapped into left center field. Well struck, and that'll drop. A nice piece of hitting by Ella McVeigh, and she picks up a leadoff single for Michigan.
Yeah, it was excellent slap hitting from McVeigh to find the gap in left center field, and gives your leadoff hitter, Sealer, who's also had a hot tournament, a chance to do some damage.
So Ellie Sealer will dig in. She had a triple to start this game and scored, and was retired her last time up. 1 for 2 on the day. Time requested by Sealer and granted by the home plate umpire, Jeffrey Blanken. Just looking over to my right, Dartmouth played their final game earlier this morning against Michigan. A lot of Dartmouth players sitting in the stands watching this one. Here's the first pitch to Sealer. That one's a bunt laid down, played by the third baseman on the charge. Carl, she'll get Sealer, but Ellie Sealer did her job and pushes Ella McVeigh to second and in scoring position. And that brings up Indiana Langford. But wait a second. Ava Costales is going to come and pinch hit for Indy Langford with that runner in scoring position now. I'd imagine this is Costales' lone plate appearance in this game, and Langford will maintain her position at second base, but you never know. Costales could be rotated to designated player if Maddie Erickson came in defensively in some maneuver. But we'll see how this at-bat goes, and we'll see how Bonnie Thole continues to use all the tools at her disposal. And she's now having a chat with her freshman pinch hitter, Costales.
And Ava Costales is one player we are very excited about. Just
Big time pop.
Big power bat. The 3-time Michigan State powerlifting champion. It's translated onto the softball field.
Costales. She pinch hit in a big spot in the bottom of the 7th walk-off win against South Dakota and struck out on 3 pitches. The win came on the soon after. Gets an at-bat here with the runner on second. First pitch is ripped up the middle. Tough play, and it's under the glove of Ward. And Langford's going to come around to score. Costales delivers. I think Ward, the shortstop, maybe lost view on that ball. See, that was McVeigh running. As McVeigh sort of ran right in front of her as the ground ball came through. Costales knocks home the run, and that'll be it for Costales. Langford going to come back in to run for her. But Costales, a pinch hit RBI single. Wolverines go up 3-0.
And that's exactly why Bonnie Thole went to Costales using that power, and then that went right in between Ward's glove and her hand, I believe. Just a little bit of a misplay there to score the run.
A tough play diving toward the second base bag for the Illinois shortstop. So now it's Erickson with Langford on first base. Here's the first pitch to Erickson on a line, rocket right at the shortstop Ward. Snagged it, tried to fire to get Langford back at first base, but Langford dove back in the nick of time. But, I mean, another well-struck ball by Maddie Erickson, who continues to just barrel up line drives. And also an excellent job by Bonnie Thole. You know you've got a runner in scoring position. Indy Langford, not exactly a player that hits a lot of balls to the outfield. You get someone in Costales who hits one hard up the middle, drives in the run, and using the tools in your toolbox. 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Kiki Thole. Misses low and away for a ball. And now Langford's right back in there as the runner on first base for Costales and can go back in and play second base.
And use that speed as well.
Right.
On the base pass. And that would have been deadly if Erickson found the gap there. I'm sure Langford would have scored there.
Here's the 1-0 to Thole. Big swing and a miss. Langford takes off to steal. She was in easily. Popped up from her slide before a tag was even applied. So now it'll be a 1-1 count to Kiki Thole with Indiana Langford in scoring position. A chance for Thole with 2 outs to drive and a run for Michigan. Thole 0 for 2 on the game today. Here's the 1-1 pitch to her. Big swing and a miss from Kiki Thole. So a 1-2 count. 3-0 Michigan, top of the 5th inning. Thole will dig back in, tap the plate twice, spin the bat up over the shoulder, hands it around shoulder level. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a piece of it. Not swing and a miss. I misspoke again. Swing and a foul tip. Or foul ball, rather. 1-2 again.
And she's great at keeping herself alive. Very patient, very calculated hitter, and Kiki Thole to stay alive in a 1-2 count.
Here's the 1-2 again. 2 outs. Runner on second is Langford. Here's the pitch to Thole. Fouls it back out of play on the first base side. Kiki Thole stays alive. We'll do it again at 1-2. 3-0 Michigan. McVeigh was able to single. And Costales knocked her in. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Kiki Thole. That one, I think, nicked her on the elbows. It missed way inside, and Thole took it like a champ, and she'll trot down to first base. Lily Valamont now will dig in, and 2 outs, 2 aboard. A big at-bat for the Wolverine playing catcher in this one, Lily Valamont. She's 1 for 2 today. Here's the first pitch to her from McQueen. Whoa, way up and in. Hit her in the back as she turned around. So back-to-back hit-by pitches from Tori McQueen. And that loads him up for Janisa Conway. Tyra Perry, the Illinois manager, is trotting out. And maybe this is the end of McQueen's day. We'll see. An assistant coach to follow the head coach Perry to the circle. We'll see if the Illini continue to trust the left-handed ace, Tori McQueen. No matter who pitches, the Wolverines have the bases loaded in a red-hot, flaming hot Janisa Conway digging in.
This is a great opportunity for the Wolverines. Take advantage of Conway's hot streak at the plate with the bases loaded. Really open up this game.
Bonnie Thole, some words of wisdom to her freshman center fielder, Janisa Conway. Tyra Perry still chatting with her infield and outfield, her defense, and assistant coach chatting with the battery of McQueen and Berkmeyer. So it looks like no pitching change is going to come. It's just a chance to settle down and situate the Illinois defense and the pitcher, Tori McQueen. There's 2 outs, bases loaded, so any out for McQueen ends this inning. But also, you can't walk Conway without allowing a run, and Conway has been barreling up pitches in the zone as of late. McQueen hands over the head. Here's her first pitch to Conway. Conway swings, fouls it out of play on the third base side. Langford at third, Thole at second, Valamont at first. Sometimes in similar situations you see Kiki Thole get pinch run for, but a runner ahead and 2 outs. Don't want to burn a runner perhaps as Bonnie Thole's call as a pitch misses away to even it up at 1-1. Left on your bench, you have Alakwa, you have Della Monica, you have Fantucci.
And Maddie Ramey,
And Maddie Ramey, of course. 1-1, fouled off 1-2. Right, Maddie Ramey, of course. And all of those players are players that have been used as pinch runners at times for Bonnie Thole. But with 2 outs, Kiki Thole still running there at second base. But in the 5th, it actually would have perhaps made sense to pinch run in case this is put in play to score a second runner from second. Here's the 1-2 to Conway. Misses low and away, 2-2. Langford on third, Thole on second, Valamont at first. 3-0 Michigan, bases loaded, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. McQueen checks the wristband, left foot on the first base side of the rubber, right foot back. Sets. Hands over the head. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Conway fouls it back again. Janisa Conway is fighting right now. Home plate umpire Jeff Blanken has run out of softballs, so he heads over to the third base side to get a couple from the storage near the Michigan dugout to reload for Tori McQueen.
Janisa Conway has been showing fight here in this whole tournament. She really has a great chance here with the bases loaded.
Bases loaded, 2-2 count. 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. McQueen checks the wristband, looking for something to put away Conway. Hands over the head. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Conway skies it to left, not enough on it. Mead underneath it with ease, and she makes the catch. The Wolverines got 1 across in the 5th, but they strand 3. The bases left loaded, and we head to the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Michigan. Nicely done by Tori McQueen to strand the runners and retire the dangerous freshman, Janisa Conway.
Yeah, and that's why the Illini coaching staff trusts her. That's why she's one of the best pitchers in the Big Ten. Just those ability to get out of those big jams. And she did it with ease.
Ava Costales out there to warm up Hain as Valamont was on the base pass, has her gear on. Costales, no padding but the helmet, so she's just going to take these from Hain. And Hain's accurate. She's not going to miss or anything.
Yeah, she's not going to miss.
As the Wolverine defense gets warm. Same defensive arrangement behind Hain. It's Carcaboro at the hot corner. McVeigh and Langford, the middle infield duo. Thole at the cold corner at first, and the same left to right outfield. Sealer in left. Conway in center. Ellis Stevenson in right field.
It is a shame we will not see Maddie Erickson's arm
for any more warm-ups. So Hain will go back to work against 7, 8, 9 of the Illinois order, but no slouches in this group. No. Sydney Mallett leads off, hitting .288. Behind her, Eileen Donahue's hitting .306. And then Serena Starks hitting 9th. Ripped a double to left field and is hitting .270. So no easy out in this Illinois order. Here's the first pitch to Mallett. High fly to center. Conway's right underneath it. Had to go about a couple strides to her right to make an easy catch. And retires Mallett. Hain fiddling with the rosin bag again. Wipes it off now on her right pant leg, the side of her throwing arm. And Eileen Donahue, the Chicago, Illinois native, the freshman, digs in the right-handed box. Hain sets. Here's her first pitch to Donahue. That one's popped up. Langford turned one way, now turns the other way. It pops out of her glove. Langford did a nice job getting back to that softball and just couldn't squeeze it. Hit the pocket and popped on out.
There's an unfortunate circumstance for the Wolverines.
So Donahue reaches on an error. And she's going to get pinch run for. Gabrielle Debevich will run it first with Serena Starks at the dish. One out. Here's the first pitch to Starks from Hain. In there for a strike. Debevich, the pinch runner, a sophomore from Antioch, Illinois. 13 games this season, 1 for 2 at the dish. Last year was in 10 games, went 0 for 1 with a walk. Appears as a pinch runner. Here's the 0-1. Taken low and away for a ball, 1-1 to Serena Starks. Hain again, picking up the rosin bag as she checks her wristband. Now finally drops it. Starks digs back into the left-handed box. Big cut, fouls it off. It looked like it got Valamont perhaps on her throwing hand. Bonnie Thole trots over to check on her. Valamont seems all right. Hain gets some high fives from everyone on the infield as she goes back to work. She's ahead 1-2 on the graduate student Serena Starks. So runner on first with 1 out. Starks awaits the pitch, checked her swing. Did not go around. Pitch missed, blown away. Count is even at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Stark let it go by. Count is now full. To Serena Starks. Conway, the center fielder, shading a little bit to left center on Starks, who's somewhat of a slap hitter. 3-2 pitch. Sort of a swinging bunt is foul. Starks' hand was up the barrel a little bit, but she kind of swung at it.
Well, it looks like it hit her. It was in fair territory initially, but it hit her. Which caused it to go into foul territory.
3-2 count once again. We'll do it over. Haynes' pitch is hit into left field and just sliced foul. Missed the chalk by probably under a yard. Maybe under a foot.
Yeah, that was close. I thought, again, she found that right gap down the left field line. That would have been a great chance.
We'll do it one more time. Another 3-2 pitch. Hayne already set. Starks is just digging back in. As soon as the bat comes up, here's the 3-2, and she fouls it off again. Serena Starks, the grad student, putting up a fight against the freshman Erin Hayne. A lot of experience at the dish in Serena Starks, 4-year career at Princeton. 3-2 pitch upstairs, an excellent at-bat for Serena Starks. Got it 3-2, fouled off a couple of pitches, and eventually works a walk on Erin Hayne. So now 2 aboard with 1 out in the dangerous Illini leadoff woman, Kelly Raiono. We'll dig in. Raiono flew out her first time up and had a sac bunt last time up. Now she gets to swing away with 2 aboard. Rips it up into center. Conway plays it on hop. She'll come up firing, and the runner is held up. She was started to go around. Thole had cut it off, tried to get it to Karkaborough at third. Debevich dove back into third just in time. So that's only a single.
Yeah.
Nicely done by Conway to come charging, play it on the 1-hop and get it in quickly. Tyra Perry, the Illini head coach, coaching third, held up the runner Debevich. And it would have been a close play at the plate.
Yeah, there's been too many times in this tournament that Conway's prevented multiple runs from scoring, just using that arm talent to keep runners in check from rounding third. It's a good play to corral that, transfer it, and get the throw in.
Jennifer Brundage out to the circle to chat with Erin Hayne and gathers the Michigan infield around her as well. So Raiono, after ripping that single, loads the bases. Michigan up 3-0, so with 1 out here, the tying run is at first base in the bottom of the 5th inning. And digging in right now is Stevie Mead, the left fielder. The junior just has a walk and a fly out to her name today, but this is a really dangerous bat, hit over 290 last year and is right there this year. Takes her first pitch for a close pitch ball, a fastball from Hayne. So 1-0. Michigan defense, the infield at standard depth. They could go home and get a force. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside. Hayne clapped the hands afterward. Maybe wanted that one, but didn't get the call. 2-0 count.
You even saw Valamon stick out the glove. They both wanted that call.
Here's the 2-0 from Hayne. That one up and away. So now Erin Hayne is behind 3-0. Tyra Perry giving some signs to her hitter Stevie Mead. He's got who might have the take sign on from Perry, and this 3-0 count, bases loaded. Pitch from Hayne, misses inside, and Erin Hayne walks in a run. That's an RBI for Stevie Mead, and the Illini strike for the first time and get a run across, 3-1 Michigan. And now Bonnie Thole, she's going to go to Lauren Derkowski. So Dirk pitched a complete game earlier, is now going to come in the bottom of the 5th to try to finish this out for Michigan. The Wolverines also will bring on Maddie Erickson, the designated player for Riley Karkaborough at third, likely to keep Erin Hayne's bat in the lineup so Hayne can go from pitcher to designated player and continue to contribute on offense. So Lauren Derkowski, the veteran, the reliable ace, is going to come in a big spot, bases loaded with 1 out in a 2-run lead for Michigan and try to retire the heart of this Illinois order. It's the 3-hitter, Abby Reiniak up, and Paige Burkmeyer, the cleanup hitter, on deck.
I like this change by Bonnie Thole to go to your ace, go to Derkowski, who's been so reliable this season. She showed, her dominance today. I like this change.
I mean, this is Bonnie Thole going to who's my most reliable pitcher, and she very well knows it's Lauren Derkowski. And I also do wonder what Jessica LeBeau's current status is, but we really haven't seen much of her this weekend. She threw 5 pitches, all for a ball, and was pulled immediately after, and I'm not sure if she looked perfectly herself, and she's obviously a big weapon for this Michigan's pitching staff. But nevertheless, Hain hands the ball to Lauren Derkowski, and Dirk has to come in a big spot in relief. Bases loaded, 1 out, Michigan by 2, bottom of the 5th inning. The 3-hitter, Abby Reinick, up at the dish. Dirk sets, here's her first pitch in this game, not of the day though, and it misses for a ball upstairs, 1-0. Derkowski, right foot on the third base side of the rubber, left foot heel in the air, left foot back. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Places it nicely on the outside part of the corner for a strike.
Again, even with a different umpire behind the plate, she's still found a home on the left side of the plate.
Here's the 1-1 from Derkowski upstairs with the off speed, 2-1. Reinick digging into the back of the left-handed batter's box. Hands behind the head. Here's the 2-1 from Lauren Derkowski. And that one's over the plate as well on the outside. 2-2. So big pitch coming here to Abby Reinick, the senior, from the junior Lauren Derkowski. Derkowski sets. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. That one might make it onto the street over to the third base side. We'll do it over, 2-2. Bases loaded. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Lauren Derkowski has come out of the pen to get the Wolverines out of this jam. Here's the 2-2 pitch again. Weakly fouled off on the first base side. Probably a good thing for Michigan. I'm not sure if Thole would have been able to get Starks, who is heading home. So now 2-2 again. Dirk looks in to the dugout for the sign, now checks the wristband. Right foot on the rubber. Derkowski rocks. Here's another 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Derkowski with a big strikeout. Lily Valamont liked to give a big fist pump toward her pitcher. And now 2 outs, and Derkowski not away from getting out of this jam. Don't want to speak too soon, though. The catcher and cleanup hitter, Paige Burkmeyer, digging in for Illinois. Derkowski on the rubber, rocks. Here's the first pitch. That one right over the plate for a strike. Burkmeyer hitting .367. 5 extra base hits, a homer, 4 doubles, and popping this bat, hitting for a good average, walking a fair bit as well this season. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Derkowski upstairs, 1-1. All 3 runners aboard for Illinois run well. Starks at third, Riono at second, Meade at first. 2 outs now, bases loaded. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Popped up foul, Valamont chasing it. She's not going to get to it as it lands just in front of the netting on the first base side.
She really wanted that one. I thought she'd have a really good chance of getting that one.
Valamont was hustling there after throwing off the mask, but couldn't cover that ground enough that quickly, and it's now 1-2. Derkowski rocks. Here's the 1-2 pitch. On the ground, Erickson, the backhand, steps on third. What a job out of the pen by Lauren Derkowski. Comes in with the bases loaded and then gets a strikeout and a ground out from the 3 and 4 hitters of a tough Illinois order. And the Illini only get the one that they got off of Hain in that inning. And it's 3-1 Michigan. Big time stuff from Lauren Derkowski. Nothing new for her, though.
And that's why you go to her for spots like that. Try to get out of big jams, and that's what she does so well. We've seen multiple times with two runners in scoring position or bases loaded, that Dirk can get out of those jams with such ease and such poise. She just makes it look so easy. I mean, when you have two effective pitches in your fastball and your off speed, I mean, you just have all the confidence in the world. And she just did it, and that's why Bonnie Thole trusts her.
So we'll head to the top of the 6th inning. Alex Miller, oh, camera's over there. TJ Fossmeyer. This has been a fun final game to this weekend. Michigan up 3-1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Tori McQueen back in the circle for Illinois. She'll face 7, 8, 9 Stevenson. And then in theory, Hain, though Hain hasn't taken a spot in the on-deck circle yet. I just imagine Hain would hit.
I would imagine.
You put Erickson in for Karkaborough defensively to preserve Hain's ability to stay in the lineup.
Right.
But we'll see who comes out. For now, it's going to be Stevenson. And she'll dig in against Tori McQueen. Outfield and infield straight on. McQueen checks the wristband, left foot on the first base side of the rubber. Stevenson in the right-handed box. Here's the pitch from the southpaw McQueen. That's a high fly to left center. Shading over and making the catch is Meade. She's got it. And Stevenson is retired. Now out comes Erin Hain. She'll retrieve Stevenson's bat, and she'll get a chance to hit for the Wolverines.
That looked like a great pitch for Stevenson. Just got a little under that one. Or that one would have been long gone.
So 1 out, nobody aboard. Erin Hain 0 for 2 in this one. Here's the first pitch to her from McQueen. Missed away. 1-0. Top of the 6th inning, 3-1 Michigan Wolverines. Hain, loose hands, moving the bat up and down behind her helmet. Here's the 1-0 pitch to her. Fouls it back. So now a 1-1 count to Erin Hain, the woman wearing the 1-1 on her back for the Maize and Blue, against the woman wearing the 1-1 for the Illini in the circle, Tori McQueen. 11 dueling 11 right now. With 1 out, here's the 1-1 pitch. That one skips on home plate. 2-1 to Erin Hain. Infield, outfield, straight on. McQueen sets, hands go over the head. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hain fouls off an inside pitch, ripped it above the Michigan dugout. Some players were ducking down as it came toward them, but it ended up going over their heads. Now 2-2, count is even as Hain digs back into the right-handed batter's box. Looking for her first hit of the game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hain fouls it off. A big cut from Erin Hain. Bonnie Thole offering some words of advice to the freshman Erin Hain.
Yeah, just telling her just to relax, calm down, just settle in.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again by Hain. Tori McQueen now is at 70 1/3 innings on the season. That's more than the 69 2/3 she threw last year. She threw 110, though, the year before. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Hain, and she chased one low and swung over it. So Hain goes down swinging, and 2 down now for the 9-hitter, Ella McVeigh, who singled her last time up. McVeigh in the back of the left-handed batter's box shows bunt. She does it a lot, and she pulls it back a lot. Here's the pitch. She pulls it back and lets that pitch go by. It's in there for a strike 0-1, excuse me. McVeigh practice cut. Now going to step back in, taps both sides of the plate. Third baseman in, that's Carl. McVeigh slices on the ground to her. Carl picks it up and fires it down to first. Easy out there at first. And the Wolverines, 7-8-9, go down 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 Wolverines, 1 Illini.
And Tori McQueen still showing her stuff here. I mean, it's just been an amazing pitcher's duel between Hain and then McQueen and then Derkowski now for the Wolverines. It's been a quick game. We're at the bottom of the 6th now.
Derkowski back in the circle. Now that Maddie Erickson's at third to start a frame, we get to watch her warm up and watch the cannon pop the glove into the glove of Kiki Thole.
I knew someone in the dugout tuned in to WCBN. There we go.
They were like, they want Maddie Erickson at third. Okay,
there we go.
Let's put her in.
Yep.
That's the only reason. It wasn't to keep Aaron Haynes bat in the line. It was because we like watching Maddie Erickson warm up at third base. Nevertheless, 3-1 Michigan, bottom of the 6th inning. Lauren Derkowski in there to try to shut this one down. She's got to go 2 more innings for Michigan. Bottom of the 7th, she'll face 5, 6, and 7. That's Carl Ward and Mallet for Illinois. The home plate umpire, Jeffrey Blanken, takes the time to dust off home plate. Lauren Derkowski and the infielders exchanging high fives as everyone returns to their respective positions. So now it's Erickson at third, McVeigh and Langford still the middle infield duo, Thole still at first, Valamont behind the dish, same 3 outfielders, Sealer, Conway, and Stevenson from left to right. Here's the first pitch to Carl from Dirk, and it's in for a strike. Derkowski sets. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one's in there as well. Got a fist bump from Valamont. She liked that one as well. Derkowski ahead 0-2 to open up this inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses up and away. One and 2. Derkowski toes the rubber. Left foot back, heel in the air, toe in the ground. 1-2. Dirk rocks. Here's the delivery. Misses low and inside. 2-2. Michigan defense straight on against Carl. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to her. That one just misses inside. Valamont tried to frame it up, but Jeffrey Blanken didn't like the picture behind home plate. Count is full. Derkowski grips the ball. Now sets. Here's the 3-2 pitch. High fly to left. Sealer tracking it toward left center, and she'll make the catch. One down here in the bottom of the 6th. And that'll turn it over to Megan Ward. The senior shortstop will dig into the left-handed batter's box against Lauren Derkowski, who last inning came out of the pen with the bases loaded, 1 out, and got 2 outs in a row to strand 3. First pitch to Ward is a strike, 0-1. Dirk, right foot on the rubber, left foot back. Rocks, and here's her 0-1 upstairs. Still a lovely day here in Louisville, Kentucky. Still not much of a breeze. Derkowski 1 out, 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That one misses away, 2-1. Thole and Erickson about parallel with the base paths. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ward slices it right to Erickson on a line. I guess Maddie Erickson was in the right spot there and snags that one at the hot corner.
Yeah, she read the scouting report on that one. Great play.
So 2 down now for Sydney Mallet. Carroll flew out to left center, and Then Ward lined out to Erickson. First pitch to Mallett is swung on and missed. She's 0 for 2 today, looking to give the Illinois offense a boost and start something here with 2 outs on Lauren Derkowski. Here's the 0-1 from Dirk. Up and away. Derkowski gripping the ball on her right leg now, sets it into the glove, 1-1. Rocks, here's the pitch. Popped up foul, first base side. That's going to get out of play. And now Lauren Derkowski ahead 1-2 on Sydney Mallett, the sophomore from Liberty, Missouri. Some pop in this bat, had 5 homers a year ago, hits for a pretty good average as well. She's behind 1-2. Here's the 1-2 from Lauren Derkowski. That one misses low. 2-2 now. The Michigan defense playing largely straight up. Conway shifted a little toward right center field. Here's the pitch to Mallett. Off speed, dropped it on in. Runner up looking.
Wow.
Mallett watched it go by. A Lauren Derkowski backwards K to continue what's been Lauren Derkowski pulling double duty today.
Yep.
Complete game in the first one and has come out of the pen and been her usual lights out self here against the Illini. The Wolverines will come up to bat in the top of the 7th. Tori McQueen going back into the circle for Illinois.
Well, it's that old reliable that I've been coining all weekend in Derkowski's off speed, just keeping hitters either frozen or way behind or way in front. Just keep them off balance in general. It's so fun to watch her off speed just float over the plate and just to see all these batters confused across all these teams.
3-1 Wolverines. They'll look to give, I assume it'll be Derkowski for the bottom of the 7th.
Yep.
Give Dirk a little bit more of a cushion to work with. She'll have 2 runs at the minimum. And the Wolverines, who will try to extend this lead, will be the top of the order. Sealer, Lankford, and Erickson due up. Ellie Sealer, couple practice cuts, and now she'll step into the left-handed batter's box, taps her bat on the third base side of home plate. Here's the first pitch to her. Takes it for a strike, number 1. The junior from Monroe, Michigan, having a great season, just as she had a great season the year before. Here's the 0-1 pitch to her. Takes it for a ball away. Sealer will settle back into the box. McQueen checks the wristband, comes set. Hands go over the head. Here's her 1-1 delivery. Sealer skies it to shallow left. The shortstop going back. Ward makes the catch. Stevie Meade, the left fielder, was coming in as well. Probably could have made the same play.
Yeah.
But it's Ward who collects the out. And now 1 down for Indy Lankford. Third baseman Carl way in on Lankford as that pitch skips in way low from Tori McQueen. Left side way in on Lankford as she takes that one in for a strike on the outside half of the plate. 1-2 now, or excuse me, 1-1 to Lankford. 1 out here, 3-1 lead for Michigan. Carl, the third baseman, way up. The shortstop, Ward, not too far behind. 1-1 pitch, misses up and away for a ball. 2-1. Maddie Erickson waits next in the on-deck circle. 2-1, 1 out. McQueen checks the wristband. The southpaw sets. Here's her 2-1 pitch. Misses inside, 3-1.
And Indy Langford has this great ability to work herself into great counts, and that's what this whole order really does very, very well. Impatient, just being calculated at the dish.
3-1 count, 1 out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one up and away again, and Indiana Langford works a walk, and now Michigan gets a speedy base runner aboard with 1 out, and Maddie Erickson and her big-time bat coming up to the dish. Erickson, powerful stance. First pitch to her is hit hard to right, not enough on it. Riono coming over to the foul line to make the catch. Erickson's a little behind it, didn't completely barrel it up, and she'll fly out to right field. So now with 2 outs, the Wolverines' hopes for extending this lead are on the shoulders of the senior catcher, or today first baseman, Kiki Thole. She caught this morning. She's at first in this one. Here's the first pitch to the senior. That one's fouled back to our right. Oh, if you heard a loud thud, it landed right on a metal railing and sort of created an echo of sorts. 0-1 now. Langford aboard at first. 2 outs, top of the 7th, 3-1 Michigan. Here's the pitch to Thole. Langford takes off. She is safe with a slide. Another stolen base collected by Indiana Langford. And she continues to be a weapon on the base paths for Bonnie Thole and company. So now Kiki Thole is behind 0-2, but there's a runner in scoring position in Indiana Langford. Kiki Thole will dig back into the right-handed box. She's 0-2 with a hit by pitch to her name today. Here's the 0-2 to her. Sticks it out and bloops it into right field. Langford's going to turn. An excellent piece of hitting by Kiki Thole. Just reached out to the outside part of the plate, was able to muscle a floater into right field and pick up an RBI. That's the kind of hitting you like to see from Kiki Thole.
Yeah, she really pushed that one out into the gap there. And with Indiana Langford's speed, you know she's going to score from second, which made that stolen base all the more pivotal.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to extend the lead. Make Dirk a lot more comfortable when this flame flips.
2 outs. It's Thole aboard at first. Here's the first pitch to Valamont. High fly to left center. Starks comes over from center to make the grab in the alley. And that ends the inning. But the Wolverines, plate 1, Kiki Thole with a great piece of hitting to opposite field to drive in Indiana Langford. And now the Wolverines have 3 outs to work with as Lauren Derkowski will return to the circle to try to close this game out for Michigan.
And just all of today, Michigan has been riding Derkowski through all of earlier today's game versus Dartmouth, and then to close out this one against Illinois. I mean, Dirk has just put on a masterclass of pitching today.
As good as it gets.
Yep.
With Lauren Derkowski. Janella Lacqua in defensively at second base for Indiana Langford. We saw Langford make an error a few minutes ago. A floater popped out of her glove as she was retreating back to try to make the catch. So Lacqua will be in there for this final frame. The rest of the Wolverine defense stays steady. And for Illinois, Gabrielle Debevich, who pinch ran earlier, is taking practice cuts to stay in the game and lead off this inning as the 8-hitter. On the season, she's 1 for 2 in her 2 at-bats. She scored 6 runs. She's often used as a pinch runner, but only 2 at-bats to her name this season. In last year, she had 2. She went 0 for 1 and had a walk, so not a lot of plate appearances for the sophomore, and she'll lead off for her squad, down 3 in the bottom of the 7th against Lauren Derkowski.
It's an interesting choice from the Illini coaching staff, for sure.
Here's the first pitch to her. Skips in low and inside as well for a ball. Starks is in the on-deck circle. She'll be the next one up for the Illini. And then it'll flip over to the top of the order, and you imagine it'd be Kelly Riono. No reason to do away with your best hitter if you're the Illinois staff. 1-0 pitch is fouled off by Debevich. And it's a 1-1 count now. Lauren Derkowski in the circle, checks the wristband, places the right foot on the third base side of the rubber, left foot back, heel in the air. Rocks, and here's her 1-1 pitch on the ground, foul. Derkowski's ahead 1-2. Erickson came over to retrieve it and fired a bullet to the chest of Lauren Derkowski.
That never gets tiring to watch. That's all I'm going to say. That's fun to watch her throw.
The Wolverine infield playing back. This is as far back as I've seen a Wolverine third baseman play this whole weekend. And Erickson 1-2. Just got a piece of it to foul it off, and we'll do it over at 1-2. Lily Valamont out to have a brief chat with her pitcher, Lauren Derkowski. Four to 1 Michigan, 1-2 count here. Here's the pitch from Derkowski, off speed.
Oh.
Misses outside. 2-2.
Man, the Michigan faithful, even the infield was confused about that one. Ellen McVeigh wanted that one called a strike.
Dirk will settle back in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Slowed it down with the off speed. And Debevich was way out in front. So now one down, and the task gets a bit harder. Serena Starks will dig in. She's having a nice day so far. Has a double and a walk. Here's her first pitch to her. Takes it. Showed bunt. Takes the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Erickson was on the charge from third. Starks, the Princeton grad, was the Ivy League Player of the Year a year ago, hit nearly 400 at Princeton last year. Here's the 0-1 pitch to her. Checks her swing, and again, it's in for a strike. 0-2 now, falls Starks. So Lauren Derkowski, the Wolverine ace, pitched a complete game this morning against Dartmouth, has come out of the pen in this one, and has proved impenetrable for these Illinois bats. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Starks, misses low and away.
She just put on a pitching masterclass. I mean, that's really all you could say. Just the way she's pieced together both Dartmouth's and Illinois' lineups, both as a starter and in relief.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to her.
Ooh.
Takes it low. 2-2 now to Starks. Riono in the on-deck circle. Derkowski takes a breath. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, it'll be played by Erickson, but it just went foul off the chalk, says home plate umpire Jeffrey Blanken. Erickson didn't really charge that ball, and perhaps if she had, she might have been able to keep it in fair territory.
Yeah.
But also then you risk making an error as you come on the charge, and instead the foul ball goes foul, and it's 2-2 to Starks. Here's the 2-2 from Derkowski. Fouled off by Starks, just stuck the bat out there and knocked it away to the third base side. Lauren Derkowski, the junior from Elmhurst, Illinois, in a 2-2 count battle with Serena Starks. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Dirk. Rung her up looking. Starks watched it go by on the outside part of the plate and score that one. a backwards K for Lauren Derkowski. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the bottom of the 7th. And the Illini are down to their final out in Kelly Riono.
This is a tough last out, though, with how good Riono is.
Here's the first pitch to her from Derkowski. It's ripped foul on the first base side. There's a cameraman setting up because Louisville plays next, and they televise their games, and he almost took a shot from that foul ball. 0-1 now. Derkowski rocks. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the ground. Nice snag by Thole, and she steps on the bag, played it on a short hop, and that'll do it. Michigan wins 4-1. 2 strong wins on Sunday to go 3-1 in the Cardinal Classic down in Louisville.
Yeah, and both these games, they won it exactly how you should in getting out to an early lead and relying on your pitching staff, your dependable pitching staff, and let them get comfortable, let them settle in. As we saw with Hain and Derkowski, they settled in, did exactly what they needed to do in the circle because the offense was able to produce early on through those 2 pivotal triples from Sealer and from Conway. So just an overall great game, and we've just seen improvement in this tournament and in this early season stretch from the Wolverines.
If you remove the Louisville game, this is a Wolverine team that provided some really great pitching, and they had enough offense to boot with it.
Well,
8 hits in this one.
Yeah. And even in that blowout, there was some offense that was shown primarily from Conway, but there was some offensive grit still shown. So there's those promises in those lower moments for this team. So, it's just a promising start. It's a promising early stretch of the season as you go back home to Ann Arbor and go into Big Ten play.
Absolutely. The Michigan squad leading the Maize and Blue faithful that have made their way down to Louisville for this one in a rendition of Hail to the Victors. An excellent win for Michigan, an excellent weekend for Michigan. Next up, the Wolverines return home. The home opener Wednesday against Oakland University. Shout out to Oakland University. Their men's basketball squad is going dancing in March. And then Big Ten play starts that weekend, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series against the Purdue Boilermakers. So stay tuned to that on WCBN Sports. And, well, this was just another fun weekend. Really loved getting the chance to go out on the road and follow Michigan softball. Thank you to everyone who tuned in to any of these 4 games and supported and listened to us call this team. And it's fun. Softball is definitely, I think, the most loyal fan base WCBN has, and we really do appreciate that. It means a lot to us that there's a consistent listener base that really cares about our broadcasting and the results of this team. So
and it's fun always, meeting parents of players, seeing them follow WCBN or come up to us after broadcasts. It's fun. Softball, I think, is my favorite sport to call just because of this fan base and this team. It's a fun team to watch, a fun team to call.
Yeah, absolutely. So really, a really cool experience and something we're really grateful for. A lucky opportunity that we have here. So that'll about do it for this one. A really fun day to wrap up a really fun weekend. Thank you to everyone at Louisville. I don't know if they're watching this, but for being wonderful hosts for us. And that'll about do it. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. Tune into WCBN's coverage the rest of the year. TJ's got a couple games. I've got I actually have the Saturday game on WCBN, and
we have the Sunday game for Purdue.
And then I'm a little bit of a traitor. I'm on BTN Plus on the Friday and Sunday of that Purdue series. And then I'm back on the road for softball the next weekend, going to Bloomington for that 3-game series. Really looking forward to that. So thanks for everyone who tuned in. This was an awesome weekend. And for TJ Fossmeyer, I'm Alex Miller, and we'll leave you as we always do with a good afternoon and a Go Blue. Take care, folks.